welcome to another week of Pilates plus Physio. So you need your yoga mat or Pilates mat and you need your block. So starting off, feet pointing to the front. Maybe just give the knees a bit of a wriggle. Make sure you're not standing with your knees locked. Lengthen through the hips a bit. Nice and wide across the collarbones. Chin gently tucked in. Imagine that big balloon floating above your head, just drawing the back of your head up slightly. Slide the shoulders up and let them drop. And again, slide up and release. And again, slide up and let go. Okay, and then maybe just patting all the way down the front of your legs, right down to your ankles, and pat all the way back up. And then slapping down the side of the thighs and all the way back up and slapping down the back of your legs and all the way back up the inside of one arm, down the outside, up the outside, down the inside. Just remind your brain where things are. Up the inside of the other arm, down the outside, up the outside, down the inside. Maybe slapping the hands together, rubbing them together nice and hard. Rub the back of your hands. And then just standing on one leg, hold on if you need to, circling one ankle right the way around. And going around the other way. And then the other foot. So stand on one leg. Nice big ankle circles. Don't worry if it's clicking and creaking. And then going around the other way. Lovely. Maybe just sort of marching on the spot a little bit, just really stamping your feet on the floor to wake up the soles of the feet. Good. A little bit of just basic balancing. So probably easier off the mat than on the mat if your balance isn't great. Stand near something to grab if you need to, but try not to hold on. So just standing on one leg, bring a knee up in front. Feel the bottom of that other foot on the ground. Good. Swap legs. So feel your foot on the floor, fold the knee up in front. And again, swap feet. Fold the knee up. How about taking an arm up? Take the other one up. First arm down, second arm down. Swap legs again. So fold up the knee, one arm up, other one up, first one down, second one down. Swap legs. So if it's tricky moving the arms, just do the balance. You could bring a knee up in front. How about taking that knee out to the side and back in again? Maybe again, out to the side, whoop, and back in. Good, pop that one down. Other knee up, out to the side, and back in. And again, out to the side, and back in. Good, good. Okay. And then lie yourself down on the mat, just in the relaxation position. So you're coming down to the floor. Moving a little bit easier this week. I was rather stiff last week. So, lying on your back, knees bent, feet down flat. Just think of letting your back muscles relax down into the floor. Maybe just rest your hands on your upper tummy. And think of breathing underneath your hands. Try and breathe in through the nose if you can. Remember, the nose just filters the air, warms it up slightly. Think of your back just melting down into the ground. Good. Take both arms up towards the roof, palms facing each other. Just reach right up with one arm and release, and reach up with the other and release. So alternate arm reaches, reaching up and let it go. Reaching up and letting go. Just watch you're not clenching at the back of your knees as you do this. Got your feet on the ground, you can sort of feel your toes on the mat. Okay. Keep the arms up. Think about where your back is. So your back's just resting on the mat. Take one arm back, one arm down beside you. So if you get to the floor behind you, think of gently pressing into the ground. If you don't quite get to the floor, just imagine you're resting your arm on a nice pillow and you're just pressing back with that one and you're pressing down into the ground with the other hand. Count to 5. And switch arms. So one arm going back, one arm going to the ground, or a bit stiffer on this left shoulder. Gently press into the floor. So as you press, you just want to watch that your back isn't arching up away from the mat. Press down. And switch. So pressing back with one hand, into the ground with the other. If you're not getting all the way, imagine you're resting your hand on a nice squishy pillow. You're pressing back into that. And then switching again. Good. Okay, bring the arms down. Feet fairly close into your bottom. Press into your feet. We're just doing a spine curl. So press into your feet, curl your bottom up. So just coming up, nice straight line, knees to hips to ribs. Little breath at the top. Roll back down. So you're placing your back on the mat. One bone at a time. Or think of your back like that nice string of beads. As you come up, you're taking one bead at a time off the floor. And as you go down, you're placing one bead at a time back onto the mat. Just nice and smooth. Nice one for getting your back moving. Remember, if your back's really stiff and sore, you could just, literally go to taking the first bead off the mat and replacing it rather than coming all the way up. So just working into it a little bit if you're really stiff. Good. Okay. Come all the way down. Find your hip bones. Bring your fingers down a little bit. So you've got your fingers in that sort of crease in your groin at the top of the leg. And maybe just fold one leg up. So you're folding up, bending where your fingers are. Okay, maybe keep your fingers there. Curl your bottom up again. And then drop your hips underneath your fingers. Squeeze your bottom, push back up. Drop down, push back up. And again, drop down, push back up. And one more, drop down, push back up. And then roll all the way down. And again, curling up, drop the hips, push back up, drop down, push back up, drop down, push back up, and again, dropping down, back up, roll right down, and one more, curling up, drop the hips, squeeze and lift. Drop the hips, squeeze and lift, drop the hips, squeeze and lift. One more, drop down, back up, roll right down, gather up the knees, ankles crossed, hold your knees, maybe just gently rock your knees towards your chest. Just loosen things off a little bit. And then maybe you could just gently rock from side to side. Don't go so far that you fall over. So just rocking right over one way, right back over the other way. feet down. Stick your fingers back in again there in the groin. So just remind yourself that's where the hip joint actually bends. So the bone you feel higher up is the front of the pelvis. Just fold one leg up and bring it down. Fold the other leg up. So that's level one. You're keeping your back just slightly hollow and you're just folding a leg up. So you're getting your hip to bend without your back automatically bending at the same time. So you could stick with that, or you could fold one leg up, very slightly flatten your back into the mat, bring the second leg up, first leg down, second leg down. Alternate which leg comes off the floor first. So one leg floats up, really smooth, second leg off. First one back down, second one back down. Almost imagine your feet are on sort of like a pressure pad and you're trying not to change the pressure at all. So really gently, foot comes off, really gently, the second one floats up, first one goes down, second one down, other leg off, one up, second one up, first one down, second one down, one up, smooth movement, second one floats up, first one down, second one down. Just bring them both up again, one up, other one up, ankles crossed, hold the knees, a little bit more gentle rocking, just release things through your back. That's good. Okay, pop the feet down. Knees bent, hands underneath your head, elbows right back and wide. We're just going to do an oblique curl up. Remember, if you've got a sore neck and you don't want to do lifting your head, you could do a knee roll from side to side. So tuck in the chin, think of coming up and across. Front of your shoulder heading towards the opposite hip. Elbows right back and release down. Little chin nod, up and across. And release down. Little chin nod, up and across. And come down. And again, tuck in the chin, up and across. And down. Little chin nod, up and across. And down. And again, little chin nod, up and across. And down. Little chin nod, up and across. And down. Little chin nod up and across. Don't forget, get the pelvic floor muscles engaging as you're doing this one. Great, okay. Rest your head down, just let the neck release, roll your head from one side to the other. And then bring your knees and ankles together. Arms out to the sides, not too high, so just check that you haven't got your arm right up above your shoulder. So just think about where your shoulder is and have the arms a little bit lower. Palms facing to the roof, knees and ankles together. We're just doing a knee roll from side to side. So knees going one way, head the opposite way. Knees back into the middle, knees going one way, head the opposite way. So a nice one just for loosening things off. Also gets the oblique tummy muscles working. So you could stick with that, or you could slightly flatten your mat back into the mat. Fold one leg up, fold the other leg up. Again, keep the knees together. Imagine you've got a 50-pound note between your knees. You're trying to keep that there. Knees going one way, head the other way. Back of the opposite shoulder staying down on the ground. Knees going one way, head the opposite way. Keep the knees stuck together. Could progress that a little bit further, either with your feet down or feet off. So feet down, knees to the side, straighten the top leg. Pull back up into the middle. Put that one down, knees to the side, straighten the top leg, back into the middle. Knees to the side, So keep the knees together. Imagine that £50 note between your knees. Keep it there. Straighten the top leg. Pull back up. You can do the same thing with your feet off. So feet off, hips and knees at a right angle. Knees together. Knees to the side. Straighten the top leg. Pull back up. Knees to the side. Haven't quite got room. Straighten the top leg. Come back up. Great. Couple more of those. Knees to the side, top leg straight, come back up. Knees to the side, top leg straight, come back up. Good. Pop both legs down, arms right out and wide, and then just kind of bring the arms up. Imagine you've got a great big pile of leaves in front of you and you're just gathering them all up in front of you. And then think about, as you open, you're taking the elbows back, right back to the floor, and then let the hands go back. As you come up, think about bringing the wrists forwards first. Elbows nice and soft, so the arms aren't rigid. Elbows going back, nice stretch across the front of the chest there, hands back, open right out. Bring the elbows, wrists forward, gather up whatever's in front of you. Elbows going back, hands going back. And again, gathering everything up in front. Elbows going back, hands going back. Lovely. And then bring the arms down. Maybe turn over so you're lying on your tummy. So, lying on your tummy, hands together underneath your forehead. Take your legs quite wide and then bend your knees and put your heels together. So sort of frog's leg squeeze this is. So heels together, knees bent, front of the hips flat down on the floor. Squeeze your bottom, press your heels together. And you're thinking of pushing the front of your hips down into the floor. What sometimes happens is your bottom pops up towards the sky. So you're pressing down into the floor. Squeeze and hold. And then release. And again, press the heels together, clench your bottom. Just watch that the shoulders aren't joining in at the same time, so the shoulders don't shrug up towards your ears. Hold there. And release. And again, squeeze your bottom, press the front of your hips down into the ground. Squeeze and hold. Just check you're still breathing as you're squeezing. So it's not a squeeze and a breath hold. It's a squeeze. Keep that working. And release. And again, squeeze. Press the heels together. And release. And one more. Pop the legs down, maybe just give your bottom a wriggle from side to side. And draw in the tummy, come up onto hands and knees. So just check you've got your knees underneath your hips, you've got your hands under the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide. Really press that floor away from you. Head in line with the rest of your back. Might need to come forward a fraction here. We're going to do threading the needle. So, back of one hand on the mat, slide it underneath the other one, reach right through, take your ear down towards the floor. So stretch right through and come back. Place that hand back on the floor, back of the other hand on the mat, bend your elbow, ear going down towards the floor. Slide right through. Try not to collapse into a heap on the ground. And come back. Press into the hand. Press into the fingers. Slide the arms through. Right through, right through, right through. And then come back. This time maybe think about taking your elbow towards the ceiling. Elbow going to the roof. And come down. Put that hand back on the mat. Slide the other one through, right through, right through, right through. See all the dirt on the floor right to the end of the room. And come back. And coming back up. And down. One more on each side. Slide all the way through. Right through, ear to the mat. Just make sure your feet are staying on the ground, so your feet aren't lifting off. Elbow to the sky. Or you could almost sort of think of drawing a bow and arrow back as you do that. And come down. Other side. Right through, right through, right through. And come back. Take the elbow up towards the roof. Lovely. Both hands back on the mat. Take your knees quite wide, big toes together, bottom all the way back to your heels. If your knees don't like it, you could curl on your side, bring your knees to your chest. Release all the way down. Nice stretch. You could creep your fingers a little further forward, then you get a bit more stretch in the shoulders. Getting good knee bending, lots of hip bending there. Breathe into the back of the ribs. Lovely. Scoop in the tummy, uncurl back up, come back over onto your back, grab your yoga brick or your large book. So lying on your back, knees bent, press into your feet, curl your bottom up, slide the block underneath your bottom. There should be that nice flat place to put it. One leg down, other one down, let the feet flop. Fingers linked, palms to the roof, arms back over the top of your head. Aiming to stay there for about a minute. Remember, if you're not happy, come off before. Maybe focus on your breathing again. See if you can make the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. Really let the legs drop. Nice, gentle breathing. Great. Bring the arms all the way down. Slide one leg up. Slide the other leg up. Press your feet into the floor. Ease your bottom off the brick. Remember, it does sometimes hurt when you take your bottom off. Bottom back down. Gather up the legs. Other ankle in front if you can remember what you did before. Hang on to the knees, gentle, gentle rocking. So just rocking gently, just getting your back bending back the other way. Because when you're on the brick, you're getting slight backwards arching, now you're getting slight bending. Okay. Pop your hands underneath your head, or you could put your hands on your forehead. Think of gently curling your knees to your chest and releasing. So lower tummy doing the work. Curl up and release. Curl up and release. If you don't like that one, uncross your legs, press your lower back into the mat. Touch one heel down. Keep your heel as close to your bottom as you can. As that one comes up, the other one goes down. So one leg up, one leg down, heel just touching, or you're keeping going with the curling. Hold the knees again, maybe this time take them in a little circle going around. And then circling around the other way. Great. Either hold behind the thigh, tuck in the chin, gently roll up into sitting, or turn onto your side and come up that way. And then come up into kneeling. And bring one leg forward. So knee over your ankle. either take that leg forward a little bit further or shuffle the other knee back. If your knees are a bit sensitive, you might want to double your mat up or kneel on a rolled up towel or something. So you just want to push forward on that back hip. Could take one arm all the way to the sky, other one all the way to the sky. If you're wobbly, keep your hands down, resting on your thigh. So you're stretching the back hip. Keep the tummy gently drawing in. Great, bring that down. Swap legs. So bring that leg back, bring the other one forward. You can shuffle the foot forward a little bit further if you want to. Knee over the top of the ankle. So right angle at your ankle, right angle at the knee. Push the back hip forward. Keep the tummy drawing in. Think of sort of lengthening up through the front of your body. Could take an arm up, other one up. Reach your fingers to the sky. Hold there, keep breathing. Lovely. Bring the arms down. Just gently, slowly come up into standing. So feet pointing to the front. Even weight through both legs. Both arms right up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Pull your right arm longer. Lean left. Nice stretch down the side of your body this time. And breathe. Back to the top. Grab your left wrist. Pull your left arm a little bit longer. Lean to the right. And back to the top. Open right out through the arms. Slide your shoulders up and let them go. And again, slide up. Thanks so much for joining me, sharing your time with me, and hopefully see you again very soon. Bye-bye.